Hey guys, this is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia stock. So guys, this would be the last week that Nvidia would be trading as at these numbers or the price, and then it will be going into the stock split. So one share would be turned into 10 shares in your pocket. Technically, it doesn't make any difference on your profit value or the principal value that you're holding on to it. It's just the price will look cheaper, right? That's pretty much it. So it's just more of a psychological difference that you will see, nothing more than that. All right, so the bottom line in this video that I'll be talking about is, will Nvidia technically go to 975 by Friday this coming week, or can it go all the way up to $1,300 before the stock split? Now, why did I even come up with these numbers, right? What is the reason even coming up with these numbers, right? So, okay, I didn't pull these numbers out of thin air, all right? There's a reason. So 975 is because, guys, that's the structural support on this overall direction that Nvidia has, this bullish structure, right? Even if we come down to 975, that's the bottom support as for the structure to hold. If we lose 975, that's the change in the structure on the daily interval. But if Nvidia, even if it cools off from where it is, 1096 down to 975, that will structure will not break, structure will not be bearish. That will just be considered in the structure a pullback. But yes, intraday can be traded short all the way down there, but we'll talk about that in technicals in just a second. And or the $1,300, right? Why did I come up with the $1,300? So how much range Nvidia is giving us per day? That is around $57, right? So let's give or take $50, right? So from where it is right now, you times 5 times 50 is what? Well, $250. So we are getting very close to like over 1,300, right? 1,350. Give here a couple of days for pullbacks or whatnot, right? Yeah, so I did the calculation right. 5 times 50 is, yes, 250, and then add that on to $1,096. That will, yeah. So yeah, and that will bring it above $1,300, right? So, all right, so let's talk about the technicals, okay? What are the possibilities? First of all, as you already know, on the daily interval, this is fine. Structure on Nvidia is still bullish, as I talked about, as long as we are above this $975. But yes, since it is a quite a strong extension, and I have been saying that at least from last 2 days that you can expect some sell-off coming on Nvidia because it was slowing down, running into consolidation, and then I was seeing some levels, and on the lower time frames, some of those structure already started to get weaker, and I have been talking about it already with you guys in my video, so you already know that. But from here, in the last power hour, the last trading day, yesterday, you saw that the market just got bought back up. I mean, if I just show you a glimpse on SPY, look at this thing. SPY, I talked about it already in one of my videos yesterday. Check that out. SPY bulls have already rotated it in their favor again, right? So, but yeah, so Nvidia does is showing us some of those good support. Or when I say support here, I mean in confluence with the market, it did get bought back up. But is it bullish, or is it going to continue higher from here? So for that, let's go to the lower time frame and let's talk about at the hourly interval. So first of all, what are we seeing on the hourly interval? We have intradays, downtrends, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? And we have a lower pivots and lower highs so far. And then you can see there's this trend line that I have drawn, and this is sort of also forming a channel if you want to follow through this channel. Again, these will never be penny to penny perfect, guys, but this is more for the understanding. Well, technically it's coming very penny to penny perfect as well. You can see the bottom here, right? The channel bottom, these things. So better if you can follow this channel on Nvidia. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's get rid of that line now. And let me just extend it out just so that you have some more reference in the background as well to follow there on this thing. So you get my point, right? This is in the downward channel. So as for if Nvidia wants to, go up, what we want to see, and this is more of a intraday play right now. At this time, this coming week, I would just suggest trade intraday. Don't go swing, um, just to be on the safer side, because Nvidia is quite high up, and at this time, I don't want to start a new swing position. Again, you can go and do whatever you want, but intraday is just better to be traded this thing as right now. So, okay, as I said, if we break above 1,106 or 1,107, there's, penny, little bit of a penny difference there. So I'm just, saying both the numbers. But yeah, if you get above this level of 1,107, then you can expect this thing to do a bounce or a pop back again to 1,123. And what I do expect though, that if that starts to happen, I mean, even after, because that will get Nvidia out of the channel. So any pullback that comes at the upper side of this channel might give it that support. And this may still start to hang around over here or starts to go up. Nvidia structure, remember, on daily interval is still bullish. All right. So these are pullbacks coming. Yes, intraday you can trade them short. That's fine. But Nvidia still has chance even to turn itself intraday long, and for that, that's one of the scenarios if we get above 1,107. Then, or this is, since this is the level, if we reject here and stays within the channel, so watch this area very carefully with the overhead trend line of the channel and 1,107. If we keep rejecting this level and we break below in the channel, this thing can again come lower. All right, and then you're again watching 1,085. That's the next area on intraday. Either book your profit if you ended up taking a short position, and if that also breaks, we have a room to continue lower to 1,063. All right, that's a possibility. Now, again, it's all with the levels that you have to trade here, right? And in my opinion, the place where Nvidia is right now, again, it all comes down to which level side it would break, right? So yeah, if we keep rejecting at 1,106, expect downside. Now, be prepared though. Let's say right now I'm not seeing any pivot to the upside on the price action, but usually sometimes what happens is if it has to form a double bottom here somewhere, then you would see a pivot close to the previous low. All right, it doesn't have to be precise, but what I'm saying is close to the previous low. And if that starts to happen, and then we can start to regain 1,085, and I'll talk about it on my videos as well when I see that price action, then we can continue higher again, right? So, but where the price action is right now, talking about just purely about that, even though market SPY has turned itself back around to the upside and everything, Nvidia intraday is still in the downtrend. All right. So the level to watch, to put it very simply without making it complicated, $1,107 or 1,106 and some cents, right? Is the level you are watching. If we break out of it, intraday upside may come. Some intraday only, I would say, and yeah, level by level. Then if 1,124 breaks, then we can be going again to the all-time highs, that is at almost 1,158. But yeah, so if we resist and reject at level 1,106, this is just a downside intraday still. So trend on the intraday is still on the downside on Nvidia. All right, unless the level is not confirming, it's just don't think it's cheaper than ever before. Well, not ever before, but yeah, just because it's going lower doesn't mean it can't go much lower as well. So it's all about reading these levels, areas, and then accordingly doing the structural trading. All right, so guys, that's pretty much it on Nvidia at this point. Let's even if we take a look at the 4 hours interval, these 2 days of red candles, let's actually go to the daily interval. these 2 days of red candle, a little bit of pullback, it's not a sign of swing short. As I said, the daily structure is still bullish. These has to be taken just as a pullback. Structure is even bullish until 975, right? Now, another thing like $1,300. Well, for that, even though for that, we'll have to go $50 up day by day after day, day after day, right? Is that a possibility as well? $1,300 is what I said on my thumbnail, right? So, well, look, I'm not saying it's impossible, but Nvidia has to change the structure from intraday downtrend to the uptrend, and that, if it has to start doing from Monday, it needs to get above and out of this channel, get above 1107 and get out of this channel. Then it opens up the door to 1300. What I think I think that's a little bit out of the reach, but again, anything is possible. But it all comes down to if it can break 1158 by end of Tuesday, sure, then 1300 is a possibility. Otherwise, no. And 975, all the way down there, hard. I think that's also out of the reach. You would be like, junior trader, you put those numbers on the thumbnail and you are saying both are almost out of the reach. What's going on? Well, so guys, I just want to provide my honest opinion. When I say my opinion, it's just my opinion, right? Like how I'm reading it, how I'm understanding it, and my experience, right? You don't have to agree with me, okay? You can, if you want, you can say yeah, if you think it's gonna go to $1,500, you go and do, guys. More power to you, all right? So, yeah, so 975, and I would say that's out of the reach, because we have, even though we are in the downtrend intradays, but there's 200 hours moving average sitting down here. That's going to bring it that support as well, and this channel is not sufficient. The way Nvidia is looking like in the price action, these are not like big falls flushes. This is still a good like pullbacks which are getting good buying up as well, right? So it's not that it's just crashing. So, and then we have good support sitting as well at like 200 hours moving average. And even there's this previous trend line, if you remember this one, right? We just lost sight of it. But yeah, this because this is so far away. But yeah, this trend line, if I extend it out, let's do it, right? If I extend it out, you can see that this will be above even $1,000. So 975, I don't think Nvidia would do. Nvidia, before going into the stock split, will still remain in the bullish structure, in my opinion. All right, and if that bullish structure comes down a little bit or stays up here or goes higher, we just talked about all those scenarios as well in this video, right? So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you found it helpful and valuable, please hit the like and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos. And if you need access to my tools, links are in the description below. Please remember, the tools are only for educational purposes, but you can go and use them however you like, but there is guarantee of nothing on the outcomes of my tools. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.